Hey Kira, it's Mary. I'm excited. I'm back today. We're starting off our 14 days of DIY Valentine's Day embellishments. We're going to be hacking Target $1 spot. And this is a picture that I'm showing you that you had sent me. We're going to be doing two different DIY stamps, one using an eraser and the other one using some fun foam. And I'm going to be doing this cute little circle heart embellishment or stamp to make these embellishments with later. I don't have that kind of a stamp set at home, so I figured why not just make one. So hang out with me today and I will teach you how I like to make my stamps. So the first thing that you're going to need is a eraser, and this is just from the Dollar Tree, and I'm only going to use half of it, so I'll go ahead and cut it in half, and that way I have another piece that I can use for the next one that I want to do. And I've done this a lot before. If I see like a basic shape that I really like that I can cut out, I'll do this instead of buying a stamp set. It's just a way to save money, and it adds that personal touch. So the next thing that you're going to need is a pencil and a really sharp X-Acto knife. And then the other thing that you might need is just a straight edge if you are doing like an arrow or maybe a square or a pennant, and I've done that before, but today we're going to be doing a circle. So I'm just going to grab a circle stamp that I already have that is big enough that I can trace around. And again, I want it to be a little bit of a messy circle, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and trace this around. And that way I know how much I need and I can cut off the rest. So I'm just going to run my blade right down the middle there. Okay, and then the next thing that I want is I want this really cute heart shape, so I'm just going to freehand it. Okay, and then what you're going to want to do is just kind of trace around your circle, and I'm going to go down probably to this point of my eraser. You want enough to where when you stamp, it's not going to get the edges. So I'm just running my blade around. And what I find sometimes is that it's easier to turn your eraser rather than dragging your blade around. It just gives you a little bit more control. And then the next thing I'm going to do is come in and I'm going to cut out my heart. Okay, now in the stamp set, the heart was, or in the image, the heart was removed. So what is going to be pressed down is all of this negative space. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to come in with my blade, and I'm going to go to that depth that I was doing with my blade, and I'm just going to go straight up to the edge that I cut. Okay, now I'm going to work on the center, and I'm going to come in on one point. I'm going to carve out an area that I can work from. Now this really helps if you're doing not so detailed of work. You know, if you have a space in the middle that you can't get through from the edge. If it's a larger space, you're gonna have better luck with it, unless you have a carving tool. I did think about using like a cuticle cutter, but I don't know if that would work or not. And you do want to be careful that you don't slice your finger. Okay, so I'm just going to finish trimming up this edge here, and then I'll show you what it looks like. And it's okay if you have like little nicks in here. I think it, honestly, I think it gives it character. And you could go through and nick it a little bit more to give it more character. I'm just gonna do just that. Super cute. All right, so I'm gonna grab my my stamps here and see how it looks, and see if I need to take care of any other imperfections. I'm using a color box cat's eye set. So these are pigment inks. I might need to go through and cut that down, we'll see. Oh, that's cute. I like it. Okay, so one thing that you can do when you're cleaning it is you don't want to rub it. Remember, this is an eraser, so you just kind of want to lightly dab, dab, dab. And then the other thing that you could do is you could cut off these edges and make it, you know, a round stamp so that you can see where it is exactly that you're going to be stamping from. But I think that that's really cute, and it's handmade, and it'll go perfect with the embellishments that we're going to be doing. Okay, so I'm going to pause you. We're going to switch gears. Actually, first, before we do that, I just wanted to show you some of my DIY stamps that I have done before. Let me move this out of the way. So these are just some of my DIY eraser stamps that I've done before. I really like this one, and then put a little tiny word on it. And here's a really cute chevron, and I love using this one as well. This one took a lot of work, but these guys are, you know, super quick. And so I'm going to show you next how to use foam, the fun foam, to make your own shapes. I have used like Kid Craft fun foam stickers and stuck them down on a rubber eraser before, and that worked out really fine, like a little butterfly or something, and that turned out really cute. But we're gonna do something a little bit different. Okay, so I just went and raided my daughter's drawer, and I grabbed some fun foam, and I think instead of doing, okay, so I'm gonna pick pink because, you know, it's Valentine's Day. It doesn't matter what color you get. So I think I'm gonna do a script, and I'm gonna do loved. So this is the side that you're going to want to put down, right? Because it's going to be a mirror image. Let's see if this works out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around where I just did my own handwriting. Once you have your word cut out, I'm not going to cut out the center. I'm going to see what it looks like, just like this. You're going to get your little stamp, and you can put some glue down. I'm going to use my Tombow.
It's you, Mom?
And we're going to put it the right side, we'll put the glue on the right side, the one that we want to have down. Some areas in here that I need to come back in with an X-Acto knife and make a little bit cleaner. But we're going to see how this works. I'm going to use that same color. Okay, let's see what this looks like. That's cute. Because the foam stamp is really thin, or the foam that we put on is really thin, you might consider, you know, going around your edges. You might consider going around your edges and cutting them out. But this is pretty good for my first try. I think I'm going to try to perfect it, but this is just to show you that you can cut out any image that you want and make it into, you know, you can cut out a word in script and make it super artsy and have it be so much fun. And it's just with, you know, cheap foam stamp. Okay, so there you have it. We have our rubber shapes that we carved out of little Dollar Tree erasers, and we fussy cut out some foam stamps, and I thought that they turned out really cute. I'm gonna go through and do a couple more scripty ones and maybe perfect, you know, the angles a little bit more, but I really like how this is going, and so I'm probably gonna make a couple more of those before I do the next DIY embellishments video. And I'm so glad that you guys have tuned in and have been following us on our little adventure here. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, or tag us on Instagram and let us know if you've tried this project before as well. We would love to see what you have done, and I'll leave the links to our Instagrams below. We are at Create, Craft, Repeat. So talk to you guys later. Bye.